Well, g'day Fisher, it's Brent from Tackle World Port Stephens with another weekly fishing report. Sorry about last week's report. Well, I was out fishing, so bad luck. No report last week, but anyway, we're back this week. Have a crack at the weather. Well, what a week it has been, that's for sure. Well, I reckon we've dodged a little bit of a bullet. I reckon to the north and to the south have caught most of the rain, although we did get a bit. But I reckon we've definitely dodged a bullet with the rain this week. In saying that, the bay has started to dirty up a little bit. It's coming out of the mile there, but as you expect, we've had a bit of rain. But that's only going to make things good going into autumn, especially when we get into April, May, especially when big flatties are about. And there are some really nice flatties about at the moment in the bay, and I think that's only going to get better over the coming weeks, that's for sure. Speaking of flatties, Jack Hammond not only can catch striped marlin, but also can catch good flatties. If you had a look at our Instagram page there, you got a real nice one actually today being Friday. So if you're keen out over the weekend, I reckon go and have a look at those flatties. I reckon the start, well, probably the last hour of the run in and the start of the run out, tide will be the go, only because of that dirtier water, but definitely worth a shot for some big flatties this weekend, and the lower half of the bay is going to be the better spots. So I reckon anywhere from about Wanda Headland to Corlette, down to Shoal Bay, Nelson Bay Beach, all those beaches there, and then definitely over the other side around Jimmy's Beach, around the shortcut area as well. So give that a crack this weekend. If the water's a little bit dirty, go to those brighter coloured soft plastics, or even go to baits, some brine pillies. Herring or little white bait will be the go on some big flatties, and I reckon I'd aim up on that this weekend inside the bay. In saying that too, still plenty of good whiting around. So if you're keen on a feed of whiting, definitely make the most of the warmer water at the moment and chase some whiting. The beaches, I think, on the ocean beaches, a little bit hard at the moment. Well, that swell is dropping, but definitely inside the bay there. Nelson Bay Beach, just before the Sanctuary Zone at Fly Point's always an absolute beauty. On the last of the run in and the first of the run out, fishes really well for whiting, but just fish a really light leader, and some local beach worms will do the trick there. Likewise, Shoal Bay, just shoaly down the other end of the wharf there. It's pretty weeded up from the big sea, so maybe back to the left of the wharf as you're looking at the water there will be worth a shot. And probably down towards Corlette there as well. Roywood Reserve would be a good place to chase a few whiting, especially if you're going to pump some nippers down that way as well. So that's definitely the go this weekend. Definitely think flatties and also whiting will be on the cards. If you're out in the boat, keep your eye out. There's plenty of bonito around, especially in the incoming tide up towards the wharf there at Salamander Shores, back into Little Salamander Bay, out the front of the anchorage. Plenty of bonito, and Taylor as well. So get those little metal spinners out, those 5 to 10 gram spinners, and you should do all right. Also, there's actually been a couple of longtails spotted in the bay only this week. Believe it or not, yes, there has been a couple of longtails spotted. So they're just about to hit the ropes there. I reckon in another couple of weeks we'll start to see them filter through pretty well, actually. So get geared up for the longtails inside the bay shortly. Once we get into April, May, that's the best 2 months, that's for sure. So that's the bay in a nutshell at the moment. Might be a few mud crabs around with this water too, so give that a shot. Also, a few gurries turned up on Shoal Bay Wharf early in the week, but they have disappeared with that swell, but might be worth the go when that swell drops off. Now on the beaches and rocks, not much to report on the beaches and rocks at the moment, only because of the swell. But once that backs off, I'd definitely go fishing for a snapper off the rocks at the moment. Definitely after a big swell, snapper will chew. I'd try places like Tomaree, the front of Tomaree, down Fingal Bay, Boulder Bay, and also down at Boat Harbour. Anywhere there's a good little bit of wash will hold a snapper at the moment, so give that a crack. Most definitely. If you're going to have a spin off the rocks, I reckon when that swell backs off, just Barry Park there for a few Taylor, and also a few bonito. Likewise, the front of 1 Mile Point there would be worth a go as well. Now down Cemetery Point, been some big ludrick down there. Harry's been nailing some absolute beauty. So if you're keen on your ludrick, get down to Cemetery Point there and you'll get some really nice ludrick at the moment. And don't forget, like I said, it's nearly that longtail season, so worth a shot for a longtail, especially off Tomaree very, very soon. So I'm sure a few guys are getting out there and getting amongst it already. So on the beaches, the swell's been up this week, not much to report, but there are whiting on the beaches. It'll be a matter of going to have a look at the beaches and just seeing if there's any good gutters at the moment. It'll be a little bit of trial and error over the next couple of days just after that swell, but definitely worth a shot. Those southern corners might be worth a shot. Obviously Fingal and 1 Mile would be looking good. Maybe Samurai, have a look at Samurai as well, but I'd be aiming up on some whiting. And after dark there has been some good Taylor around. So there's gurries around in the around the washes, so that means big Taylor will be on the beaches at the moment. Now on the offshore scene, There's been a few nice fish around. Spoke to Shane, he got a nice 6 kilo snapper last weekend. The weather wasn't conducive to fish too much, but there have been some really nice fish around. A couple of cobia caught. I know there was one at Seal Rocks that was 21 kilos. That was caught on 20 pounds, so that's a really nice fish on 20-pound line. There's been plenty of trag around as well. Current's running uphill at the moment, so that's turned the water a little bit off. It's only 20 degrees on the inshore at the moment, believe it or not. It's an uphill current and it rolled it over a little bit, but there still are good fish around. So after this swell, definitely worth the snapper bash. I'll be getting out there this weekend with the plastics on the inshore reefs, and I reckon you'll get some nice snapper. Definitely Kings would be worth a shot as well. Now, as far as the marlin are concerned, well, the inshore's just gone a little bit quiet. I fished 2 days, didn't turn a reel in the inshore. I saw 3 fish caught amongst 20 boats. But on the shelf, there was started to be a really good bite on the shelf. Even though there was current there was bait. It's a bit of a thermocline. The bait was sitting under that in about 40 metres, but the fish weren't on the bottom of the bait. They were actually up on top. Some really nice blue marlin over the edge of the shelf there. You would have seen Dan's 175 kilo fish out of a trailer boat. Absolute cracker out of a trailer boat. But there's been plenty of blacks and stripes on the edge of the shelf there as well. So if you're keen on your skip baiting like I am, you will catch them on skip baits. So I'd definitely give that a crack. Get a teaser, 2 skip baits. That's all you need to do, and you'll see the fish pile on. Some awesome bites. We actually had some cracking bites. We had some really nice fish last Sunday. Some really good pile-on bites, and it just gets the blood going, that's for sure, on those fish. And nice stripes. And blacks to 200 pounds, so absolute beauty, especially when you're fishing 30-pound tackle. So there you go. In the club was last weekend, Newcastle Port Stephens. Well, guess what? Brought the trophy home. So well done to Newcastle and Port Stephens Game Fishing Club, Team 3. Actually won the inner club, so which is really good. Champion team tag and release. So well done. Anyway, that's it for this week. That's a wrap on the fishing report. Hopefully weather gets a little better. I reckon it's going to be a good weekend for a fish. So get out there, get amongst it.